guys, so I'm filming for the first time on my new camera today. I have no idea whether this is right or if it's properly in focus, so hopefully I don't film this entire video and it turns out it's not in focus. But I think what is quite nicely timed about the fact that I'm filming my first video on my new camera today, which is the Canon 700D, is that I have a big box of exciting goodies to unbox for you today from the Man Booker Prize. You may have seen from me tweeting or from some other booktubers tweeting or from Jen or Lauren's video that I am one of the 5 official Man Booker vloggers this year. Now the Man Booker Prize is a literary prize that happens annually and it takes books from British publishers, although the authors don't necessarily need to be British, and actually this year a lot of the authors are from various different countries and there's a really good diverse mix of people who are nominated for the Longlist this year. To kick things off on my channel, I have a box containing the longlisted books to open up for you, but I also hear there are some other surprises in there, so I'm quite excited to see what they are. So this is the box and there's no way I can hold this up for you. It's far too big, there's tons of stuff in it, so I'm gonna have to put it down. Wrapping paper. Let us be away with that. Okay, let's start off with the little surprises that are wrapped up. Oh, this is really exciting. So they've wrapped me up 2 books. One is a longlist book from this year, which they think I will like, and one is a either longlist, shortlist, or winning Man Booker Prize book from a previous year that they think I might like. So I think this is this year's book, because I don't believe there's any books as small as this this year. So what do we have? Loving the Man Booker Prize paper. Oh, okay, it's the Illuminations by Andrew O'Hagan. I am actually really excited to read this one. It was one of the ones when I was looking through the long list that really stood out to me. And it's about a young woman called Anne who needs to confront a mystery from her past, and I hear it's quite dark, and bits of it are set in Blackpool, which I used to go to Blackpool a lot when I was a kid with my mum and my grandparents, so I'm quite excited about the setting as well. I am really excited for this one. And I believe that here we have a related little gift. So this, so I love the little labels. This says, "The Illuminations by Andrew O'Hagan. In this story of love, loss and memory, Anne longs to visit Blackpool. When she returns to a guest house where she once kept a room locked away, secrets resurface." Now inside, oh, it says "Open Me," that's so cute. Oh, it's a vintage poster. Show you that. It is a vintage poster of Blackpool. I'm so glad that I actually have associations with Blackpool myself. I might get this framed and pop that up. If you're interested, this is the website or company that the print is from. Next I have my little goodie here. This is a past book, like I said. Okay, what do we have? Oh, another nice little label. Okay. Aha, it is a Muriel Spark book. It is The Driver's Seat, and it says, "A Man Booker Prize backlist book we think you'll like. Shortlisted for the Lost Man Booker Prize in 2010, a one-off prize to honour the books that missed out on the opportunity to win in 1970. Muriel Spark, I believe, is actually a Scottish author, and I have read one of her books before, which is The Prime of Miss Jean Brodie. This is a nice penguin modern classic. And the last little surprise they sent me, it's not wrapped up so I can see what it is, and I am incredibly excited about. It is a notebook and it is a Sherlock Holmes notebook. It says, "Bookish Love, Sherlock Holmes, a gift inspired by your bookish love." And I love Sherlock Holmes, so that is such a kind gift. It's one of the penguin notebooks which have a penguin book as the front cover. This is so nice and I love notebooks. Actually, I might use this to jot down my thoughts on the Man Booker Prize books as I'm reading them. That would be quite a nice use for this. And now we have the rest of the long list. First here I have The Chimes by Anna Smale, and this is actually a debut novel. There's actually quite a few debut novels in this year's long list, which is quite interesting, and this one I think is the one I'm either going to read first or second. This one is a dystopian novel, and it's one that I've actually seen people talk about on BookTube, unlike a lot of these other ones, so I am excited to see what this one's about. It's one of the shorter of the bunch, and yeah, I've been really enjoying my dystopian recently. And I know that the author of this one as well is actually a trained musician, and she kind of brings that into her writing of this novel, so I think it should be quite beautiful. Next we have a chunker, and that is A Little Life. Now I've seen a lot of talk about this one online surrounding the Man Booker Prize, and I know it's kind of one of the public's favourites to win. It's by Anya Yanagira. All I've heard about this is it's just incredibly sad, but really, really moving and really, really capturing. And it's like a dark story about 4 college friends whose lives intermingle and separate as they grow older, and I think weird things happen. It sounds kind of like collegiate and mysterious and just devastating from what I've heard, but obviously I haven't read it yet, but I'm definitely super keen to read this one, and it's huge. It's about just over 700 pages. I have A Brief History of 7 Killings by Marlon James, and this one's actually like a multiple perspective story. I have this on audiobook, so I've already started it. It's set mainly in Jamaica in the 1970s, sort of full of political intrigue and kind of social issues and what things were like in Jamaica at the time for normal people, and about race relations and all that kind of stuff. These descriptions are terrible, I'm so sorry. I'm so excited and on the spot that this is what's coming out of my mouth, but I am enjoying this one so far. And then we have The Green Road by Anne Enright. From what I'm aware, this is kind of like a Irish family saga kind of book, again just kind of like dealing with family issues and quite dark and emotional, and it's set in Ireland, and I know Lena's actually reading this one at the moment, who's one of the vloggers alongside me, so I'm excited to see what this is about. I'm excited for all of them, let's be honest. Then we have Lila by Marlon Robinson, and I believe this is actually the 3rd in a series, although each of the books in the series are about different characters, and I believe the character Lila in this is actually just, it takes you back to the same setting and some of the same characters as the previous 2 novels, although I'm not certain on how important it is to read the first 2, and I know some people, some of the vloggers along with me are reading the first 2 in the series before they read Lila, and I'm kind of interested to just read this one as a standalone and see how it reads as a standalone, because there obviously must be something pretty special about it for it to be longlisted for the Man Booker list, so I'd be interested to see what it is like alone, not having read the other ones, and obviously that would be a different perspective from you guys, so let me know if you would like to hear that perspective. If not, I might buy the other 2 and read those first. But it is about a homeless girl. Then I have The Fisherman by Chigozie Obioma, and this one's about 2 brothers in Nigeria who hear a prophecy from an old man which kind of tears at their relationship, and they're quite young. I believe they're one's under 10 and one's a teenager. And I'm loving the diverse settings of all of these books. We have books set in Jamaica, Nigeria, Ireland, the US, the UK, and it's just really exciting to have such an exciting selection of books. Then we have The Year of the Runaways by Sanjeev Sahota. I believe this is about a group of young people who come together that have all travelled from India to make a life for themselves in the UK, and just kind of their stories and how they interact in their pasts. And then I have Satin Island by Tom Mccarthy. And this is one of the ones I know the least about, but I'm super intrigued about because the description's quite disorientating and vague, and I believe it deals with themes of like technology and things like that, but it's so short that I'm kind of happy to not know what it's about going into it, because the blurb is just so intriguing but confusing. So that's all I'm going to say about this one, because I don't want to read it for myself. I then have The Moors Account by Leila Lamy, which is actually a historical novel set in the 1500s, and it follows Spanish settlers in the US, I believe, or what is now the US. It's A Spool of Blue Thread by Anne Tyler. I believe this one's a family saga about 2 parents who are kind of getting to that stage in life where they're needing some assistance and how their family deals with that. Not actually something I usually pick up, but I am intrigued to read it, and obviously there's something about it that has made it onto this list. Okay, so 2 of the books actually came in a separate parcel, in a separate post, so that's why I look different right now, but I have the final 2 books here to include in the haul for you, and those are Did You Ever Have a Family by Bill Clegg, and this one follows a woman who loses her home and her family in a fire the day before her daughter's wedding. So I think a lot of these books are going to be quite sad, but hopefully very engaging and moving as well. And then I have Sleeping on Jupiter by Anuradha Roy, and this is a book set in India, and it follows these older women who go on a train journey, and they see this young woman getting off the train, and then later on in their journey they see this young woman again, and she looks quite out of place and they don't know who she is, so that's a bit of a mystery there. This one's actually quite a short one in comparison to a lot of the other ones. This one's about 250 pages, and I really like the cover. But those are all of the longlisted books for the Man Booker Prize 2015. I am excited to see which of these end up in the shortlist. I'm intrigued to see if I can guess any of the ones that will end up in the shortlist after I've read a few of them. Like I said, I'm already reading A Brief History of 7 Killings, but I usually like to read multiple books at a time, and that one is quite long, so I'm going to start The Chimes, which I'm super excited for and is a bit shorter, so it mixes things up a little bit. Please let me know if you've read any of these books so far and what you think about them, and let me know your thoughts on the Man Booker Prize this year and kind of the selection of books that are in it. Make sure you've checked out all of the other vloggers who are taking part with me this year, which is Jen from Jen V Campbell, Lena from Just Kiss My Frog, Ariel from Ariel Bissett, and Lauren from Reads and Daydreams, who are all absolutely fantastic women, and I'm super excited to be embarking on this Man Booker journey with them this year. So I hope to see you in my future Man Booker videos, and until next time guys, happy reading, bye!